Hello, it's Saturday the 19th of October and welcome to another edition of Up the Reds TV with me, Andy Camby. So today's is the preview for the Chelsea game that we are playing at Anfield tomorrow, 4:30 kickoff. I've not got a ticket as yet, so I can't tell you whether I'm going to be at the game or I'm going to be watching it here. So I've got my fingers crossed that I do get something sorted out. If not, it'll be watched here, and I can make a video, a post-match video, sooner than I would do if I was watching it at the ground. Okay, so 2-week international break over. Just like you lot who don't follow international football, you'd have been bored out your backside. I know I certainly was. It's probably the most boring part when the season's just started and then you have a couple of international breaks. And don't forget, we've got one coming in, is it about 3 weeks' time? One in November as well. You know, just when the season should be, kicking on. So let's talk about Arne's press conference that he did yesterday. First question thrown at him, contracts. He said, look, I'm going to give you the same answer, same question, same answer. No idea. But he said, I do know that all three players want to stay at the club, which is great. I think we all know that, so it's... it might have been a dig at the club to get it sorted out. But good on him for that answer. But like he says, he doesn't have an good, opinion, should I say, rather than answer. So good on him for saying that. and let's see. And I'll make a comment on what happens when the club releases anything there. Injuries. Obviously, Ali's out. I've no qualm in Quahim Kelleher coming in. I've said to you, he's a ready-made number two. He's probably the best number two in the league. I know he wants to be a number one. This might be an opportunity for him to get on there. So it's all down to him. Arne, likes keeping players in his squad. He likes a settled squad. So, Ali is the number one, but we'll just have to wait and see how Kelleher does in this next 4 weeks. Just talking about Alisson, he did mention his injury. They are looking into the fact, why is he getting injured? Or his injuries that he's getting are really surprising for a goalkeeper. They're muscular injuries. They're not like a shoulder or a wrist, they are muscular, and he's having them frequently. So the club are looking into ways of sort of like making sure that he doesn't get these. My concern is, once you get a muscle injury, it can reoccur again. Muscle injuries, they don't repair the muscle. Well, I say they sort of like get repaired, but the initial diagnosis in the muscle is still there. So it could go at any time. And if you look at the innocuous way that Ali got that injury, I mentioned it on here before. He kicking the ball with his left foot and doing his hamstring on his right leg. Very unusual. So the club are looking into ways to see if they can improve that regarding him, which is good. So Harvey Elliott, he's back in training. He's not going to feature. He just won't be ready enough at all regarding that. Endo was ill when he come back with a slight illness, I think, when he was at Japan. Maka didn't do the outside training. He just did gym work, from what I can gather from the photos on the website and what other journalists who were there at the press conference got wind of. what the plan was for him. So yeah, the squad's all come back from wherever they've been in the world, playing shite international football for the countries. So hopefully, he also did say that some players have come back with issues. I'm hoping they're not too serious. Some of these issues that he was alluded to, he's a bit coy about that. So, and you can't really blame him. You don't put your cards on your table, before the opposition have put theirs. So we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the game, if I'm honest with you. People are saying it's our toughest test yet, but Arne did say, look, yes, Chelsea are probably going to be our toughest opponent, but so were Wolves when we played Wolves. And he said, look how we struggled against them. Always to the point, Arne, always, and that's what I like about him. He takes no games for granted, whether in the Premier League, Champions League, Carabao Cup, or even the FA Cup for that matter. So, excuse me, I'm quite happy with what he was saying there. He was asked a question about Virgil. He's had a real good start to the season. He's captain of the team, and he said, look, what you guys don't see is what we see every day. He does that in training as well, not just at the games. He's just as vocal in training, and that's what he likes about Virgil's sort of like non-game. He's exactly the same, and I like that. That's how your captain should be. That's how your vice captain should be as well. So, he got a lot of praise from Arne. I mean, Arne does say, the players respond, to everything him and his coaching staff do. So, again, that's really, really good. Onto the matter of being asked about, this is the toughest it's going to be for the next week. We're obviously home Chelsea, away Leipzig, and then away at Arsenal. He did say, look, don't judge us on this week. It's not about this week. Judge us after the 4 weeks. He said, I'm not looking at this week. I'm just preparing for the Chelsea game. That's my first thing. Then I'll move on to the next game. But my total focus is on the Chelsea game. Again, great answer from him. Nothing phases him. Just on going back to the Virgil thing, one journo asked Arne about Virgil getting criticism from the Dutch media about I don't know whether it's his sending off or his display, and he said, look, that's what Dutch people do, or Dutch journalists do. They want to pick fights, they want to make something out of nothing. They've been doing it for years, so he's quite used to being like that. And he tried to say, you over here in England don't seem to do that, but they do. If the shit hits the fan, believe me, these journos are quick to jump on and start to destroy the person who's running the team, the football. I mean, you've only got to look down the East Lancs Road at Ten Hag. He's getting a load of stick, whether it's right or wrong. His team's getting a load of stick, whether it's right or wrong. But this is how journalists are. This is how us supporters are as well, Although they're opinions, as long as they are opinions and nothing abusive, I'm quite happy for that to be the case. So let's Chelsea. He said these are the toughest opponents to face so far. But he also said Wolves were tough when we played away against them, and he's right. Last 30 minutes or 20 minutes of that game, it was tough. We had our backs to the wall a bit there. One thing he did say about us is that he has improved us defensively. Well, the record speaks for itself, doesn't it? He certainly has. I'm looking forward to the game. I mean, we beat them comfortably last season. It might not be the case this season because they're going to be well organised, and I'll touch on that in a moment or two. But yeah, they're all tough games in the Premier League. No game is easy. You only got to ask us Reds about after the last international break against Forest. We just weren't at the races, and we deserved nothing from that game. So it rears its ugly head up every now and again now. It'll probably will between now and the end of the season. But there's a marker for us there. So we have to be on it from the first minute. Like I said, Arne has said he's improved us defensively, and he has. You can tell that. It's a more not a gun-ho start to the game. It's a bit more sort of like controlled. And again, I've also mentioned that I like that. I'm getting used to it and I like it. After 9 years of Jurgen, seeing somebody else come and take over the mantle, it's good, calm. So yeah, one thing I would say is that the Anfield crowd, it's a massive game, this, and the supporters, if they've had a few bevies, I hope you're in a singing mood, because the players will need us from the after the international break, because they will, they need we need to be the 12th man, definitely against Chelsea. I think it'll be a coy game myself, to-ing and fro-ing. Chelsea seem to try to play like Man City. They'll go 4-2-4, and they'll probably go 3 at the back and go 4 in midfield and 3 up front. That's the way he likes to play. So if they do play like that way, I hope that we match them at the beginning of the game. Probably go 4-2-4, and then probably go 4-2-3-1 and try and get them damaged that way. They are slow at the back. They haven't got height at the back. They concede goals from free kicks, corners. So we need to capitalise on those situations against them. Yeah, they've had a good start under Maresco. I mean, he's got himself a settled squad. He's got players that are not available. I think, is it 2 or 3 out of the back 4 are not available through suspensions, injuries maybe. And so yeah, I mean, Reece James is back training with them, but he won't be match fit. You don't want to be thrown in a game against Liverpool if you're not match fit, especially if you are playing against Luis Diaz or Cody Gakpo. So that'll take me to the next point, the team. Obviously, Kelleher in goals, Trent, Ibu, Virgil, Robbo. Hopefully, it'll be Maka, Gravenberg and Slobosly up front. It'd be, for me, it'll be Luis Diaz, Jota and Mo. And obviously the bench will take care of itself. Jones will be on there. Kwanzaa, Gakpo, Endo, hopefully. Well, Endo did train, which was good. So, and the likes, and we'll have some youngsters on there. Bradley will be on there as well. So hopefully that is going to be the team that starts. We'll beat Chelsea. I think we'll be up for the occasion. the players will be up for the occasion. They'll know the importance of this. Arsenal are playing probably right now, as I'm making this video. They're away to Bournemouth, so they'll beat Bournemouth comfortably and go top of the table. Man City play before us tomorrow, 2 o'clock kickoff I think they've got. They'll win that game, so it's for us to beat Chelsea, and I think we will do. I'm looking forward to the game immensely, and it'll be a really good encounter. Chelsea will attack us. We will have to be at our best defensively. We have been so far this season, so long may that continue. Okay, so just want to touch on one last thing that Arne was asked at the press conference regarding, look, you've got these games coming on, what do you do when the lads are away on the international breaks? He said, look, I go and switch off. He said, I mentally take a break and not think about the games or pick up my phone and do this, do that. And he said, I came back on Tuesday and I'm fully focused on the next game, which is against Chelsea, which I thought was a really interesting insight, for how a top manager works at a top club in the best league in Europe and possibly in the world. So yeah, good on him for that. He's recharged his batteries. He's ready to go again, and he's fully focused on the Chelsea game. So if you like this video, please give me a like, please share it, and please subscribe to the channel. Okay, this is All Things Liverpool, and as I say, I haven't got a ticket for the game as I'm speaking to you. If I do get one, I'll be at the game, and I'll do a post-match bit later on when I get back from the game itself. So but if I'm not going, I'll be watching it at home, and the post-match will be sooner than if it was if I was at the game. As I say, give us a like, please share, please subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening, whatever you're doing, having a few bevies, something nice to eat, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Up the Reds.